Bepro, haven't looked at it. All right. And then I got to wrap up after this, everybody. But we're going to take a look at the coin that started off my YouTube journey. This is too small of a time frame. Here we go. I'm on the 12-hour chart on Bepro. Well, it looks like because this was among the coins that started their bear market earliest, right? And I was live on YouTube saying this at the top at the exact, like almost down to the same hour, but it was the same day. I think it was March 16th, and I made a video that day. You can skip to minute 32 minutes, 30 seconds in, and that's when that moment happens. It looks like this could be one of those coins where it has such an obvious spot that any price movement below it, it has a strong chance to gravitate right back up to this. That level could be the next thing down. So it's not to say you're safe, necessarily 100% safe, but if it went way down, for example, from this area, I think it would have a strong likelihood of bouncing right back towards 1.5 cents quickly. So that means this is a safe DCA area, because if you saw yourself at 50% down, which that looks probably around 70% down, right, on that portion of your dollar cost average purchase, it's likely that you would just need to take a nap for 2 weeks, and then that part, it prices back up there. I think this is a strong candidate, but that idea might apply to the next horizontal down. So I don't know which one is going to do that, but because of all this obvious area, it's going to be either down here or up here. So around 1.5 cents or, 0.008 or something. And that horizontal, of which that will probably be true. I don't know which one, but just pick, just draw the same thing and make two options. So yes, if it were the one below, it could break all-time lows, right? But it's going to gravitate back up to all this price action. So that makes this a fairly safe dollar cost average. But let me tell you, fairly safe. All things relative. Relative to buying gold, that's extremely risky. This is crypto. You're essentially dealing with penny stocks, and companies can go under any time. So I'm not saying anything bad about Bepro. I'm not talking about Bepro. I'm talking about all crypto, right? So I said the words fairly safe, and I realized that my words that I say, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not supposed to influence your buying decisions. However, on some people that might be true, unfortunately. So I need to be very careful what I'm saying. This could end up all going away for all altcoins, right? So, and I said relatively safe. That doesn't mean like buy $10,000 of it here. That could all go to zero, right? It's not safe compared to buying gold. If I had 10K and I was forced to pick one, Bepro or gold, well, right now I'd probably go into gold. I definitely would at this time, for example, right? So I want to be careful with what I'm truly meaning with fairly safe, relatively in the context of crypto, which all of crypto is freaking risky as hell, including Bitcoin. I mean, it has 80% drops. It's risky, all right? Particularly for people who don't understand, 80% drops are going to happen. All right, and so short-term price action, I would say it could easily come up to the top of the box. But if I found it at one, so with 2 zeros in front, so look right here with 2 zeros in front, if it came up to 160, I would probably become a seller of expecting to use that same tether with which I got from selling at 160. So with 2 zeros, so 0.00160. It's probably going to bounce in this area, and I don't really see it rallying much above there. If it got in a massive rally, massive for this point in the bear market, I would say 225, 225, but realistically, 160 is probably going to be a pretty hard resistance that Bepro won't be able to get over until it's crawling out of the bear market, along with both Bitcoin and all the altcoins. So, and again, that could be, and for perspective, I'm about to tell you something like that's not going to be fun to hear. And what better coin than Bepro? So I hold Bepro. I don't want this to go down either. I think I've DCA'd 25% of the amount of US dollars that I want to buy. Okay, so I've DCA'd a quarter into it. I did it a little early. I did it in this box. Should have waited, but whatever. And so I've DCA'd into this. But it's possible that this line, it's possible that Bepro doesn't get over it until late 2023 or to mid 2024. I need you to understand this, because in a bear market, when you pull out, especially small alts, as Bitcoin starts, making, going back to 30K, 40K, but not all-time highs, Bepro's probably going to go sideways, and it could stay under this line for a whole year and a half after it drops down. It could be 2024 till Bepro's back over 0.00162. It could be 2 years, actually. I'm telling you, it might be that long. So I need you to draw that box on your chart and go to the 12-hour. Let's see here. What chart do you need to be on? You need to be on the daily chart in order to go out 2 years. It could be 2 years until it's back above this guy. 2 freaking years. It could be that long. And I want you to, really get that. So even if you do think you're genius by buying Bepro down there, it's going to be a long time until you potentially reap the rewards from the risk you took. It's going to be a while. So just understand those expectations. And if you don't believe me and you're just sitting there and this applies to all altcoins, especially small caps. So Solana, Matic, Ethereum, okay, not so much. But small caps, it's going to be a while. And if you're sitting there as a person who's not believing in me, it's because you don't want to believe me. And I already know the reason why. It's because you're holding it. And you bought it, too long ago. And you're sticking around like you're hurting. I get it. But you have to realize that's why you're not believing me, because you're holding it. And you want it to go up now. And you're not making money from shorting. I know all those things are true. If you don't believe me. Because if that weren't true, then you're not holding Bepro and you want to buy it lower. You would love to buy it way under, with triple zeros. Hell yes, let that happen. Because I'm not holding a ton of it yet, right? I'm a fan of Bepro, but I want it to go down because I want more of it. So, but what I was saying earlier is a little bit different. The time in which you'll reap the benefits, right? Reap what you sow. It could be a long, long time. All right, I'm going to have to